Hi guys, and welcome to Mania Airsoft. Today I'll be doing a review and some hints and tips on the Krytac magazine. They're 150 round mags, or 150 round BB magazine. Absolute great magazine, cannot fault them at all. They have been quite heavily field tested as it is at the minute. Now for anybody that actually knows me, my staple for the last 10 years, or 7 of those 10 years, has been the PMag. Now the PMag itself is a very, very robust magazine. I cannot fault it at all. 120 round magazine. But as you can imagine, over 7 years, I've actually had to open these up numerous times and take bits of dust and dirt out and stretch the springs in order to kind of give them a bit of life. But they've gone from probably 120 round BB mags to some are at 90, some are 100, and bless them, they're hanging in there, but they're hanging in for dear life. So what I need to do is I need to actually change and go on to the Krytac mags. In order to essentially upgrade these, I could upgrade them, though you're looking at buying a brand new magazine, which is about €22. Or I can get the springs in from the States, which is working out at about $15 per spring. So over the course of 8 magazines, it's quite expensive. And then if I was to get hit with import and tax, it'll kind of, yeah. So one of my friends in the States, he has his own channel, and he says to me, he says, you've got to try these. He says, I'm using these in my Wolverine MTW. They are absolutely great. He says he's given me 1 or 2 hints and tips on actually how to make these magazines better. Now anybody that actually does use mid-caps will know that there can be a little bit of an issue with them, and it's actually the same with these. That little wiggle is not a good thing. Essentially the plate at the top here has a bit of a lip on it, so you can put the magazine in, the first few BBs will go into the gun will fire, and then all of a sudden stops, and you're like, what the heck is going on? And very frustrating, very, very annoying. It is literally the only bad thing about this magazine that I can actually fault this product on. But I will show you how to fix this, not a big issue. Here is one that I actually have fixed. Actually, there's BBs in that one, so there is a little bit of a rattle. No rattle at all, absolutely perfect. As you can see, transparent window, a lovely, lovely feature. So essentially you can actually see the last 30 BBs. So you can flip your gun to the side while it's still in. Yeah, grand, I still have BBs. As you can see, I've also drilled a hole in the magazine. Now the reason for that is because there's a nice transparency there. So you can see if there's BBs in the magazine or not. You can actually see your last 30, but you don't know if the actual magazine is actually full or not full. So as a result, here's one magazine. I've just literally put about 30, 40 BBs in. So yeah, there's BBs there. It's not quite full, but it's not full. And here's one with the orange follower. The orange follower is an actual really, really nice touch where you can actually see the actual the gun actually emptying itself. So, and here's another nice little feature that actually Krytac have actually done. Because of the window being transparent, oh, wrong magazine. Isn't that nice? That is really, really cool. Now, if you get a bit of dust and dirt in the gun, you can actually see where your jam, where your blockage is. You can open it up, or maybe just let the BBs out, maybe try put an extra little bit of pressure on to kind of push through if there is a little bit of a gap. Not as many screws to undo as there can be in the PMags. So what I did was filled obviously the magazine, and the follower will literally always stop here, and it does take 150 BBs because I actually have counted. And then essentially what I did was I placed it down on the top of the mag, married it up, put a mark, bang. So I've already pre-marked this for drilling. So yes, the madness begins. There we go. Oh, it's a nice little clean hole. So in order to kind of smooth around that edge, I use another little bigger of a drill bit and just just to kind of take away any rough edges if there is any at all whatsoever. So we will get our full magazine, slide it on in there, just throw it on the butt plate for a second. Now, because it can be a little bit hard to see with the light, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my phone on here. Dee is going to come in a little bit closer. Now, as you can see, there's the yellow follower, exactly where it needs to be. So now I can actually tell when my magazine is full. So that way then I don't need to put any unnecessary pressure when winding the magazine. You know, because you like that, you don't want to break your magazines. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to, I'll just empty this. This is my trusty BB emptier. There we go. Now, just open this back up again for a second. So there you are. Simple little hole. Doesn't do any damage to the actual body of the gun at all whatsoever. There's an excess little bit of stuff there. Now, in order to fix this little wobble that I was telling you about, what I had to do was, essentially I got an O-ring, a little rubber O-ring, and I placed it around the end plate like so. Whoops. Now this is the fiddly bit, and you will need your girlfriend's slash very, very fine tweezers. This is my own for all the fiddly little bits. This isn't hers, so what I'll do is, now this it's a little tricky, a little awkward, a little messy. It will break your heart, but it's well worth it. So we slide that on like so, and there's the little rubber O-ring. You'll get your tweezers like so, and pull it down like that. Now what we want to do is we actually want to feed it back in underneath the edges like so, because when you actually do slide this on, it actually does make a clicking noise when it goes over the orange tab on the magazine. Of course, it just doesn't want to play ball at the minute. Typical. But once you get these in, now it is a little bit fiddly, like I said. You can pick up these O-rings in any kind of like hardware type of thing. Okay, I've got it in one side. Well, just a little bit of pressure, get it in there, and the other one, get in underneath there. Get in there. There we go. Yeah. So with any luck, slide that down. Oh, look at that. Now, that ain't gonna go anywhere. So, there's that shake completely gone out. There's your hole drilled, so to make it kind of absolutely lovely, we got our speed loader magazine within. Now, there's the BBs going in, and let's see. And there we go. So we'll get my phone again, just so you can see. We'll turn it on, get on the old torch, and as you can see, oh, yeah, you can see the little, it's quite hard to see with any luck. I'll be able to pick that up in editing. We can see the orange follower there. So there we go. So flip this around. So that magazine now is ready to go. Remember, guys, airsoft is no good if you can't see what you're doing. Safety, safety, safety. Need your glasses on, yeah?
Check.
Yes, cameraman, editor, glasses on. Okay guys, welcome to the Hoggy, my G&G backup to my poor baby that's actually sick at the minute. She needs parts, so here we go. So, I have it on single shot at the minute, and if you want to zoom in there on that and have a look, I'm actually firing it into a target slash BB catcher at the minute. So just zoom in here on the window. Don't worry, I'll do the hoovering later. There you go, some shots on single. get on to full auto and we'll watch this thing empty. There we go. As you can see, magazine emptied away. BB's going all over the place, like to beat the band. So guys, there you go. Hints and tips how to sort out Krytac mag for €19 mag essentially. If you buy a box of 5, it kind of works out cheaper that way. You can, if you're in Ireland, you can actually get them in Airsoft Eire and Dundalk. I think Hobby Airsoft in Ballymount can also get them for you as well. It might be a case of you ask them and they'll be able to order in for you. Cannot fault this mag at all. And with those little hints and tips I gave you, it makes this mag go from a really, really good mag to being an amazing mag. Cannot fault them, and I back them 100% on this. Guys, stay safe, keep your eyepro on. See you on the battlefield, yeah? Boom.